Boom.
Welcome back,
Bada bing, bada boom. We're back.
ladies and gentlemen.
We're back, baby.
The Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm Julia. That's Drake. And we're back. 8 o'clock Sunday nights, our favorite time of the week. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah. Also notable, my first stream without a hat on. Woo! I didn't have a button prepared for it. It's fine. I mean, I guess we could. Please. The pleasure's all mine. Okay, we're here. It's what is today? October summer.
October 9th of
We
2022.
we have some things to talk about.
We have a lot of things to talk about.
I don't know if you noticed, but we have stuff in the middle of our screen, bottom, and top left. I can see it because I have our stream up right here. Ladies and gentlemen, that is something we call a chat box, okay? It's been available to you since day one, but now it's now available to you in real time, and you can see what you say. So this is one of two things, by the way. This is us saying we trust you somewhat, okay? So behave like normal people on the chat, okay? Actually, you know what? Now that I said that, we need to make Blake a mod right now.
Blake, if you're watching, you're now being made a moderator in today's chat. Hopefully.
Okay, here we go. You have to do /
Okay, here, let's do this.
because Blake has chatted, so you should be able to do that now. Okay, / mod.
Oh,
You have to chat it. / mod. And then space. And then Blake's name. Or Blake's tag right there. Blake, yeah. So, this is basically us saying we don't trust you very much because you guys are irresponsible people. But we're going to make a couple of you mods, which means that they're basically like the police. If you break the rules, you're out for a short period of time.
He has a crown. Does that mean he's the mod?
Okay, good. Yeah, he got the badge. Congrats, Blake.
Crap.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
that's
here.
why I have my jobs and you have your jobs.
We met for a long time Tuesday evening to work on a lot of Twitch stuff. And lo and behold, I was given...
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I had work the next day. I had to get up at 3 a.m. We'll talk about that shortly.
Okay, that's not what this is about.
Do you know what that's called?
What?
Dedication. That's what that's called.
Listen, I was given the opportunity... Actually, that's the wrong word. I was given the responsibility of taking care of everything you see on the screen. I will say, though, that our follower goal is wrong. They gave us more followers than we actually have, but that's fine.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Hey, but guess what? Our goal is actually 50. So if anybody knows of anybody right now that's watching that would like to follow us, maybe it'll actually be 31. But we'll get that fixed later. It doesn't matter. It looks cool. Anyway.
Should I get into my hectic week? Because I know we both had hectic weeks, but...
I'll let you go first.
Oh my God, you know what I forgot to do? I need you to talk about your hectic week. I forgot to take my... I was on a routine... I've been on a new routine lately, and I have to take my drugs. Shh. Okay, you talk.
So I will start out with, I had a pretty hectic week just with sports and job stuff in general. Just the working life, it really gets to you sometimes. But last night, I will say last night into early morning, you know, I was having a good time. Some of my friends just letting off some steam, just having a good girls' night, you know? And when I get back to the house that I was staying at, my friends were like, hey, there's a wig on your wheel. And I look and I'm like, there's a wig on my wheel.
It happens to me all the time.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out, is that like a code for something? Like, what does that mean? There was an actual wig on my wheel.
Okay. Let's see said wig.
Here is said wig. Now, this will be what was left of the wig on my tire. This is what I had originally saw. So.
Hold on. Oh.
I had snapped this, and it says, I ran over a whole wig. Yes.
You killed a bird.
So I saw this. I thought I ran over somebody. I kid you not. I'm like, for this to have been this dilapidated on my wheel, and it's stuck inside the tracks. No pun intended. That's so funny. So this is what I had seen.
Okay.
That afternoon. So this was the early morning. This is the afternoon today. I found said wig in the street, kind of close to the house.
Oh, that's ominous.
And I had commented, well, I found the source. Hopefully it wasn't expensive. Good job, Julia. That's such a good caption. But anyway, yes. Do you think that it was Chucky, or just someone on
Remember when the whole clown thing happened, like on social media?
Oh, like the clown
like
scare.
what was that? 2014, I think.
Something like that. Hey, it's back.
That's what that reminds.
It's back.
Well, we'll see. Did you ever see a clown, by the way, when that happened?
No.
Okay, sorry, I was doing my new routine. Speaking of routines, I forgot to put on my.
We have a new follower, Drake.
What? Hey, Emma! Emma followed us.
Oh, it reset it to 28. The thing
Let's
works.
go, Emma. God.
Double claps for follower.
Okay, let me put on.
So now the follower goal has been reset. So now it is adjusted properly, and it is now at 28. Our goal is 50, and you know what we are gonna do at
What do we?
50? It's 50 followers. We changed it from subscribers. At 50 followers.
At 50 followers. What are we doing at 50?
Actually, we're not going to reveal that yet. Something awesome.
Right.
That's all I got to say.
It's not that we don't have it. It's just that we want it to be a big surprise.
There's so many options.
Okay. I have stuff that I have to get to, but not really. Because, we kind of went over everything, but, we should tell them about our recent edition of social media.
I'll take this one away, and then you can add.
Right, because I don't know.
So, I have recently added TikTok to our social media vessel. And here's why. I remember when I first got TikTok, in fact, it was Musical.ly. Everyone remembers that. Never got a Musical.ly. Thought it was stupid. Got TikTok. Everyone is on TikTok. My parents are on TikTok. Everyone is on TikTok. It's great. You can have a customizable For You page based on algorithms. They watch you, by the way. Your phone's, they know the data of what you're looking at. It doesn't matter, though. So I said, hey, Drake, maybe we should put highlights of our podcast on TikTok. And he's like, oh, well, I don't have TikTok. I don't know what that's about. But he let me run with it anyway. And I created us a TikTok, and I have been day in and day out editing clips, posting them on there. And it got a really good turnout. I think our first one got, I'm acting like this is viral and it's not. For a first video that wasn't intended to go viral at all, it was intended to create some sort of following over the weekend, over 500 views. And then
Hey, no one cares.
No
one cares.
Explain it.
Yeah, but no one cares about our videos, okay? Listen, these people here that are watching us right now don't give two about us. I promise. I
want everyone in the chat to...
I said Josh.
What up, Josh? Josh.
It's all right. Hey, by the way, I'm really mad at you. What? I really am. Before we get started here, I know you haven't been reading the chat, but I shaved my mustache and you said nothing. We get here 2 hours early and you haven't said one word. Not one.
Let me tell you why. And I've noticed. I wanted you, and I know you so well. I knew you were going to talk about how you shaved your mustache.
But I didn't.
Why would I waste time letting you talk about it again? So here we go. Talk about how you shaved your mustache, Drake. It looks great.
Well, do you want the real, the honest answer why I shaved it?
Yeah, I do want the honest answer.
I tried to trim it.
Oh.
And it didn't go well, so I just said,
I like the stubble look.
I kind of looked like I can't say the person's name, but historical figure.
Oh, I know.
That's
who
enough
he's
of that.
talking about.
That's enough of that. Okay. So yeah, we have a bet to get to. And I know this is like everyone's favorite thing because I don't know why. People like seeing me be in pain, I guess. Which I
didn't get too much
get
of a
it.
turnout with that.
I would like to add a stat. Well, you talk about the game that we bet on last week. Let me get the stuff.
Gosh, in fact, I'm going to be honest with you. We forgot who we even bet on. I remember I was at football. I was covering football. I believe Drake was... Oh, you know what? You were kicked up in your recliner back at home watching football. That's right. I believe he texted... What?
Can I say Hitler? I don't know. I said it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
fine.
All right. Charlie Chaplin. Nate, listen. I love your innocence, Nathan. I really do. It's why I love you.
Anyway.
Who was it? Who do we bet on? Eric! Oh, hello, Eric. Is Eric a first-time chatter?
He's a first-time chatter. Eric, congratulations. Welcome to the stream.
Eric,
you are now a
Eric,
valid follower.
Follow us. Eric, follow us right now and watch what happens. Okay, we need to get to the wheel. We bet on Utah, UCLA.
And I picked UCLA.
Yes.
Utah showed their butt.
Hey,
It was a wreck.
let's calm down. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of getting rowdy. But anyway, it really doesn't matter. There's more important games to get to, and I think you know which ones we're going to discuss. But anyway, Draketh, please spin the wheel of
No, you
impression.
won.
Oh, you want me to?
You won. Hey, UCLA, Utah notes. Dorian Thompson-Robinson is a freaking wizard with the football, and I didn't take into account him enough on the offensive end. And I was putting a little bit too much money into Utah's defense, but I would just like you can spin it.
Oh.
Blank space means she gets to pick. I ate ghost pepper last week. Is it?
It's a regular
No, it's not. Is it?
extra habanero hot sauce.
Okay.
Have we done that
All
one
right.
yet?
Woo.
Shouldn't be too bad, right?
Okay, you get the sauce. What was I talking about? It doesn't matter. Yeah, so Dorian Thompson-Robinson, UCLA. We were talking about it earlier before the show. USC, we were talking about strength of schedule. I know that Washington just lost this week as well, but man, they got USC has some tests coming up. I know they got Utah, I think next week, I believe. I'm not sure, but I got to say this. It was not a very interesting week across the board for college football. Obviously, we're going to get to the games that matter most to us, and you guys all know what games we're talking about there. Blake, UCLA is good. They are on the offensive end.
I don't see
Just
it.
pick
on
one. I think it's just pick a habanero one. Just pick a habanero one. Yep, that's how we're going to do that. I'm mad that I didn't get the subscriber thing. We don't have subscriber yet. Hey, Josh, we have to get to 50, and then you get the subscriber thing. Okay, that's how that works. Eric, have you followed us yet? Have we gotten? I don't think the sound's working. Hey, I have a question for you guys. When Emma followed us, did you hear the clap? Because we didn't hear that.
It goes bada bing.
Okay, what is this? Hungry Man's hot sauce habanero. Okay. He said did.
Hey, did you get the stat about OU? I couldn't hear.
Oh yeah, by the way, for the record, every time we're now 3-3, by the way.
We're tied for 3-3?
Yeah, every time that I've won the bet, OU has won, and every time that OU has lost.
Wait, pause. Yes, and special sound. So we just can't hear it.
Okay, that's weird. Okay.
Oh, well,
we
that's
can't
good,
hear
though.
it then.
Oh, good.
Hello, Kale. Sorry, I haven't seen you yet. But yeah, so when OU wins, I win the bet. I mean, so far. So if that's any indication of how this season goes, you're gonna be the last person.
I'm winning solely on OU's inability
Is that
to
what we're
finish
doing?
games.
Good Lord.
No,
This hot sauce.
I don't have nails right now, so don't ask me.
Ugh.
So do you want to start getting into the rest of
Yeah,
your...
you can get in your little thing while I try and open this.
I just really don't have much to say.
Oh, okay. Guys, you know what this is? This is the usual segment where I go, Julia hasn't done her job this week, and I'm not surprised about it either. I'm here for you guys, okay? I do my job for
Here's
the
two
show.
games that everyone knows we were going to talk about, and obviously...
Is Strip Strike? Oh, Eric followed. High five. High five. High five. And Jay...
Hey, you know who...
J.C. Schrocky followed us just now.
That's
Another
my
high five.
brother.
Another high five.
And you know who Strip Strike 1 is? My father.
Hey! Oh, wait, but he hasn't followed yet.
Oh, hey, Dad. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you is bad.
Sorry.
I love it, Wade. Coming in.
Strip Strike 1, will you please give us a follow instead of just commenting? I know you're a first-time chatter, but God forbid you don't follow us.
Are you looking? Okay.
All right,
ready.
here we go.
We're ready.
Tip it back, son.
Well, I don't think it's going to be as hot as it was last time, but also
Probably not.
I took the whole thing of habanero last time, so OU's bad. Hey,
A&M might be
A&M's
worse.
A&M might be worse. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, it never gets easier.
I love winning.
Oh,
And putting no effort into it. I just
my
let other
goodness.
people win for me, and that would be OU being so bad. Oops. No. Utah being so bad. OU is just as bad.
okay. Are we going to get into it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, we're 20 minutes in. I mean, we could start the show at any time.
Go ahead and let's just talk about those two games, and then you can run down the rest of the games that really don't matter.
Okay, like I
Until
was saying earlier, across the board, not a very fun weekend of college football. Everyone that was supposed to win kind of did win.
Except for
Was A&M? I don't think A&M was favored.
no.
Okay, we'll get to it. Texas, 49, OU 0. Let me tell you this. Let me just preface this by saying this is the worst game I've ever seen OU play in my life. I know I'm not that old yet. 23. Hey, almost 24 by the way. This month.
Woo.
Wrote down a couple of stats I saw on Twitter. This is the Brent Venables is the first OU coach to debut 0-3 in conference, and this is the worst shutout loss ever in OU history.
You want another one?
Yes.
This is OU's first 3-game losing streak since '98.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up because I was actually going to talk about that. And there was one more. What was it? Oh, this is the first time they've lost consecutive games by 30 plus.
Oh, because it's
So I told a lot of my friends, some of them who are in chat right now, that I would draw conclusions after this game. Okay, like I wasn't ready to write off OU yet, but after this game, I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm not going to say that OU is the worst team in the Big 12, but they're definitely near the bottom. I'm still putting West Virginia above them. And as much as everyone has come to love Kansas and how good their offense is, I think when it's all said and done, Kansas will be below OU in the rankings for the Big 12. But with all that being said, this team is not very good. This personnel, this roster is not very good, and I'm talking both sides of the ball. I know Dylan Gabriel, OU starting quarterback, didn't play at all against Texas, but the only difference if he would be in the game would be 49 to 14 or 21, because our defense couldn't stop anything.
So here's my question for you.
Okay.
Venables came into OU with the defensive mindset.
Yeah.
So why the discrepancy there?
Well, it's funny because I talked about this this week at the station, by the way, every Wednesday, 6 to 11 a.m., 107.7 The Franchise. You can find me there.
Right after the 4 a.m. workout.
Right after the 4 a.m. workout and the all-day binge at your place working on all this
And
stuff.
the all-day binge on those vitamins over there.
Right.
Wink,
Vitamins.
wink at vitamins.
But,
Can we move this?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Ooh, I didn't know.
Sorry, I'm kind of reaching. Just
So let me talk on some points about the defense, okay? When Brent Venables came in, it was well known that his defenses are very complex, okay? There's a lot of moving parts. And we also came in knowing that OU's defense, the personnel that are there now, besides all the transfers that came in this year, which, by the way, on the defensive side, not very many. A lot of returners, but again, that defense has not been good, even when Lincoln Riley had been here. Okay, I'm talking bottom half in the FBS. Okay, so there's two trains of thought. Okay, when something like this happens and you question the defensive side. One, Brent Venables is not putting in the defense he will be putting in years to come, because he knows a lot of the defensive people will not be here next year. That is one thing I've seen on the interwebs, on the message boards. Don't worry, I don't communicate in those message boards. I just like to look at them. Okay, so that's pathway number one. Number two is, like I alluded to earlier, the personnel is not great. Okay, talent-wise, getting the system right, I don't know what it is. I don't know where the disconnect is.
The recruiting coordinator, is he doing his job?
Yes, because I believe OU's at number 6. It's our highest recruiting class ever. So yeah, nothing to do with recruiting. Sorry, the heat's getting a little to me. Oh my goodness!
I wish I could.
Julia,
Julia,
calm down.
I wish I could edit that out in real time.
Okay, so yeah, those are the two pathways. Okay, the personnel, there's some sort of disconnect. I know Ted Roof, the current defensive coordinator, has been getting a lot of shade thrown his way. Here's my take. I don't think it's the coaching's fault. I don't think it's the coaching staff. Okay, when you have this much turnover, both on roster and on coaching staff, it's not going to be an easy takeoff or landing, especially in year one, okay? I mean, that's a lot to ask of anybody. That's why I said earlier, when I was doing the show earlier this week, that I think I would rather be a freshman coming in this year, okay? So think about like Jaron Canick, Kobe McKenzie. These guys will be significant players in a year or two, okay? I would much rather be them as opposed to, let's say, a fourth-year senior or a fifth-year senior that spent his whole college career learning another coach's defensive scheme and then getting a new guy your last year and then having to do a complete 180 turn. It's a lot to ask in one offseason. It is, especially with, how risky, not risky, but how complex BV systems are. So to everyone that is throwing the hissy fits, and trust me, hey, trust me, I know you're out there, OU fans, okay? It's going to take time, okay? We played 6 games now? 5 or 6 games in the season? Let's dwindle expectations a bit, okay? OU's not a good football team. That is what I'll leave you with. Okay. Is it time?
I think it's time.
Strip Strike is going to love this segment. I'm sure. Whoever that is. Would you like to lead off?
Let's start.
Here's your paper. I wrote all the notes down for you because I know you didn't do your job on Saturday.
Yes, I did.
Would you like to read that final score? I have thoughts on this game, by the way. It's hard to have thoughts on an OU Texas 49-0 shootout. Like, it's very easy, like black and white. But this Alabama A&M game, it takes a little bit of a more deep dive.
I will say, going into this matchup, I did not think it was going to end this way. Max Johnson was out. I believe it was a hand issue. So Haynes King, the savior that Drake and I talked about before, came back in as starting QB1. He didn't do bad. In fact, let's pull up his stats while we're at it.
Oh, I forgot. You're like our resident statistician.
I am the resident statistician.
Okay, while you're doing that, can I give just a couple of thoughts?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. As you guys know, and by say as you guys, the people that have been following us since day one, 7 episodes in, by the way, this time has gone fast. I'm not a big fan of Jimbo, and I'm not saying that because I think he's a bad dude. Like I think he's a good dude. I just, oh man, I'm really trying to dance around this and say nice things.
Yeah, you need to because Strip Strike's going to come in here and bum rush, and you're going to be. I won't have a co-host.
I think there are things that he has done this season and past seasons where I just think it's become a pattern at this point. I'm talking about coaching and play calling. If I was an A&M fan, I would be outraged at especially the last 2 or 3 minutes of that game.
I was outraged, so I agree with you.
And then, I don't know. And then the whole saving face thing after the game where he made the comment that Haynes King is a backup when, brother, you're the one that picked him to start the first 2 games of the season.
Hey,
Jim, you want to talk about it?
I didn't see that comment.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not a good comment to make, and it's not good for the camaraderie in the team in the locker room either.
And that's where I'm coming in with this. That's why you said that to me, and I was surprised because he didn't do that bad. And
play calling?
No, Haynes King did not do that bad.
No. Yeah, he didn't do bad. He did,
right
especially with the Texas A&M O line
going against
who couldn't hold like my grandma. I mean, Haynes King was running backwards 75% of the time in the fourth quarter. I mean, he's a true freshman. You're asking the kid to do a lot, okay? And I've been critical of King. I have been critical of King. But he did about as good as he could have for the experience he has now and how bad the O-line was. He did about as good as he could, okay? So this is not Haynes King's fault. This is a Jimbo play, okay? Can I talk about the play? Or do you want to talk about the play?
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to pull it up.
Oh, you have the play?
I think
okay.
so.
So listen, keep in mind that the O-line was horrible on the last drive, but Haynes King made it work.
Oh, wait, I don't know if I have it.
Yeah, I don't think we do, but that's okay. So basically they get down to Alabama's goal line, okay? I think it's like 3 yards to the end zone, I believe.
Or it's 2.
It was 3 or 2. Okay, it's close, okay? They call a timeout. Common sense says a run, especially since for most of the plays in that drive, they were passing, okay? So a run would make sense, okay? Especially since Haynes King hasn't been in that position much this season.
Let me give you this real quick.
Okay.
So for Jimbo to say that he was just a backup,
yep.
He did pretty dang well against Alabama, who was number 1.
Yes.
Number 1 at the time because Georgia had that mess up with Missouri the week prior, but that doesn't matter. Okay.
So the last play of the game.
Wait, stats.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, 25 for 46 completion. He had 253 yards total. 2 touchdowns. One interception, that was really bad, but we won't talk about that. But against Alabama, that's not that bad. Especially having to come back in after you got benched weeks prior.
Right.
Still doing great. And
then you go out there, and then post game your coach says, "Yeah, he's our backup."
Yeah, that wasn't that cool. And now he's probably getting a lot of crap for that last play. Like, hey, why would you throw that? Well, hey, talk about that play.
Okay, I mean it was a simple route to the sideline, and he passed it. And I mean, he was pressured, and he passed it, and it didn't go anywhere. Like, he missed, but he was covered. The guy was covered. Like, Alabama had it completely covered. And my problem isn't that, it wasn't a Haynes King mistake. Like, it wasn't a misthrow. It's that, why are we calling a pass that's going toward the sideline when we're 2 yards away from the goal line and we can just run it up Alabama's throats? It makes no sense.
Give it to Devon Achane.
And also, that pass, if it would have been completed, wouldn't even have been a touchdown because he wasn't even in the end zone. It's infuriating.
It's tackled out of bounds.
With the talent that A&M has and the positions that Jimbo puts that talent in, it is mind-boggling. I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed off right now just talking about it. I really am. I would love, as an OU fan, to have the talent A&M has every single year in and out, year in and year out. And just the lack of development that happens in that system is mind-boggling.
Well,
that's all I'm going to say.
So,
that's all I'm going to say.
Just some stats that Jimbo could have thought about. Well, this is what was final, but hey, it was final. The game was over anyway. It was 2 seconds left. Devon Achane had 16 carries, finished with 62 yards. Give the ball to him. Evan Stewart, 8 receptions, 106 yards. Maybe pass to him. But no. We call a very stupid play. And then you want to play the blame game that Haynes King is a backup. The kid played well, really well. Alabama climbed to number 1. Just before that, the hype was big. It was in Tuscaloosa, might I add you. And everybody, all the reporters, all the stations, right after the game, Alabama squeaked by. Alabama scraped one up over A&M. Yeah, we know, because A&M wasn't picked. Alabama was largely picked. And then what did you say before we talked about this? I think regarding that, if A&M would have won, it wouldn't have been as surprising.
Well, I was just saying that they won because we were talking before, and I was like, they won last year, so
Well, right.
I mean, it's not a confidence thing. It really isn't.
It
just goes all the way back to Jimbo putting his guys in the best position to succeed, and I don't think he did that.
So
all right.
One more thing.
Okay.
Anybody remember Mr. Manziel, Johnny Manziel?
Oh yeah, he pitched in.
A&M great, Heisman winner.
Knows how to beat.
How to beat Alabama. You just play magician, kind of like Patrick Mahomes. He tweeted, "One of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. You have one play to beat the number 1 team in the country, and that's what we run." And I agree. And he got a lot of feedback. If you can look at the stats.
The stats of the tweet.
The stats of the tweet down below. Oh, sorry, we're going to read the chat. Can OU borrow any backup QB for the rest of the year? King of the Jungle. They did have tryouts. There might be some good contenders. I had some people that I knew that were there.
I hope that our
Just
resident
saying.
Texas fans were able to hear my rant, but it's fine. Okay, we got to move on. We have a show. We got to move. Can you?
You're right. We do have to move on.
Take that off.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. It's fine. I'm not going to get mad yet. Oh, let's see what your dad said. We have a defense. Yes, you do. Oh, you can stop a high school team on Saturday. Both of those things are right, my friend. Both of those things are right. I'm not going to disagree with you on either of those. Okay.
It's the lack of competitiveness, I think, is what we should coin the rest of the season for OU. But anyway, continue, please.
Okay, I know some of our people in chat will get a kick out of this, maybe. Number 7, Oklahoma State beat Texas Tech 41-31. Here's my takeaway from that Oklahoma State game.
At least another Oklahoma school is doing good.
I'm worried about Oklahoma State.
Why is that?
I'm just talking about Oklahoma State being a team that hasn't won the Big 12 championship in the better part of a decade, maybe over a decade by now. I don't know.
But
I'm sure they can tell. Just hold on. I got when I'm on my train thought, I just got to keep going.
Okay, go.
Okay?
I'll shut up.
When their defense, Oklahoma State, when their defense is not on, they rely so much. I mean, they rely so heavily on Spencer Sanders, okay? And we've seen Spencer Sanders not be able to win games by himself in the past. Okay, I'm talking about those Baylor games. Shout out Oklahoma State. They beat Baylor this year. That's great. I'm just saying I saw a little bit of an old wound come up, maybe a couple of old wounds come up against Texas Tech, a team that has beaten Texas, but, it's Texas Tech, okay? I'm not ready to put any stock in them either. What I'm saying is I don't know if OSU can take that next step.
Sorry,
I was reading the chat. I don't know if Oklahoma State can take that next step if they don't have all the cogs rolling in the machine, okay? If they don't have things go perfectly for them on both sides of the ball, it's very, very hard for me to put any stock in them when it comes to Big 12 championship winner and potential fourth team in the playoff.
Wasn't Kansas projected at first?
Were they? I don't know about that.
I think
I
I
don't
saw.
know about that.
Oh, you know what? That was a Twitter thread. Maybe it was satire.
Talking about Draymond.
Drake jealously is not a good Luke. Oh, Drake.
Jealousy.
Drake, comma.
Should I talk about
Nate,
Texas?
you needed a comma.
Should I talk about Texas and all the media butt kissing that we're going to see on Monday? Oh my!
I can't wait.
Texas is back, everybody.
You know what?
Guys.
Let me roll out my burnt orange. I'll jump on the train. Why not?
Gross. Yeah, don't worry. Texas, famed media darlings of a nationwide press.
Texas is back.
They're going to get a bunch of Texas is back, and everyone's going to put more stock into OU than people realize, even though they're not a great team, not a good team by any stretch of the imagination. Bud, you lost to Texas Tech this year. Stop. I know, Quinn Ewers is back, and I think they're better with Quinn Ewers at quarterback, but I don't know. Quinn Ewers is that guy. Well, we'll see. Texas has all their best opponents ahead of them. That's what I'm going to say about that. Okay, we got to get to the rest of the games. Just touching on a couple more games before we get to our AP poll segment. Mississippi State. A team that wasn't ranked preseason. They just killed Arkansas. We were big on Arkansas early in the season. Arkansas is hitting that stretch of SEC grind games. Oh, my goodness.
You know what I just noticed?
Mississippi State's coming hard.
Your chair is really low. You look sunken into the shot. Do you see that? I'm so much higher than you.
Are you? Let me see about this. Oh, there we go.
There we go. I like that a lot better.
Okay. Where was I at? Mississippi State, a team that throttled Texas A&M last week, a team that throttled Arkansas this week. Let me tell you, I was not high on Mississippi State. They were not on my radar.
The sleeping giant.
Before the season. Mike Leach, always on my radar. You know how we talk about Hugh Jackman and I don't trust him and I'm always wondering where he is in the world because I'm skeptical of him. It's the opposite with Mike Leach. I'm always wondering where Mike's at because I love him and I care about him.
Can I ask, is it because he called out Jimbo and the Aggies very subtly, or is it just because you like Mike Leach?
Listen, if you know your CFB history, he was a former assistant at OU.
I don't know that, but
you know what? That doesn't surprise me.
I don't. Really
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
I don't invest in the OU history as much, but it's fine. I'll get there.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Are we? Which one is this again? way to just show our pants there.
That's not that one. Oh, remember we couldn't find it. It was a while ago. It was on Instagram.
All right.
Here, how about you just say it?
Well, he was talking about coffee. And, how coffee is horrible, it tastes horrible, and I agree. And he goes, you shouldn't put any sugar or any of that other crap in it because, it's still going to taste not great. So you might as well just have it black.
He was, I think
he's just so, he's like the Greg Popovich of, and the Bill Belichick.
He's like a grandpa. Everyone's fave grandpa.
Okay, Mississippi State, be on the lookout next couple of weeks. They're hitting the grind of the SEC schedule as well.
Sleeping Giant, remember what I said.
Kansas, for whatever reason, America's darling, America's team, lost to TCU, a team that's undefeated, by the way. They were ranked 19th at the time. TCU ranked 17th. Max Duggan did his thing. He went into Lawrence, and he got a dub. Blake, I know you're moderator. Blake, I should say. I know you're sad about that one. It's okay. At least you have Oklahoma State for now. Next up, this one makes me happy. Okay, this is one of those where like I'm like a fan from a distance. Okay, like you're watching Harry Styles from a distance, and you're just like, I kind of get it. Okay, like even though you can't be right by him,
Are
you're
you
like,
a Harry fan?
no. But a lot of people I know are.
I don't think I am either.
But like I thought you'd be. So I was like, even though you're not able to touch him, you're just like, you know what? I get it. I get why he is who he is. Okay. So from afar, arm's length distance, I am a big Tennessee fan. Okay. I was hot. As opposed to me not having Mississippi State on my radar early in the season, I had Tennessee on my radar before the season when they weren't ranked in the top 25. And oh boy, they throttled LSU, okay? And I'm not saying LSU's a great team. I know they're ranked 25th.
Hey.
I think SEC has something to do with that. But we'll talk about it later. They're at 6 right now in the AP poll. It's deserved. I want Tennessee to be my 4th team more than anything in the world. I mean, that's going to be a tough task because, the conference they play in, no games are off besides, like the Citadel in like week 9. Get rid of that, by the way, the cupcake schedule near the end. But Tennessee, Josh Heupel, former OU national champion, by the way. I'm a big fan. KU's backup quarterback would start for the Sooners. Bean, I think that's his name, Bean. He did pretty good.
I don't even know who that is, but I agree.
KU is still officially back. Hey, Blake, I don't know about that. All the tough hitters are still coming up. Terrible officiating the last minute of the KU game. Kale, listen, I don't want to hear those. I don't want to hear any complaints about anybody. All right.
Hey, we have something to say about LSU. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Go Tigers. Oh, that wasn't good. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Okay. All right. AP poll. Oh, no. Transition. For those of you who weren't here earlier, go follow us on TikTok. Is it the same? SYSPodcast?
SYSPodcast, all lowercase. And guess what?
I don't know how to work it.
Here's the great news. I've had a TikTok for a while. I believe over 2.5 years. I made Drake get one over the weekend, and my goodness, it's going to be so fun teaching him how to work it. And when he makes his first TikTok, I promise you, I will upload that thing on every social platform I own. Not to make fun of him. It's a great.
Yes, it is.
No, it's a ribbon cutting event. It's the grand opening to a new chapter in the Shoot Your Shot podcast.
Right. So give us a follow. SYS Podcast on Twitch. I don't know how to work any of it. Drake doesn't do any work. Well, Nathan, don't expose me, okay? I do my best up here talking.
We got some good views.
I'm the only one that does my job on Saturdays. You can put stock in that.
I'm sorry that I work on Saturdays, and
I work on Saturdays.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah. I work on Saturdays. Okay, follow us on TikTok. Segment 2, the AP poll. The AP poll. What? What's wrong?
I don't have a graphic.
Are you okay?
That.
That's okay. Our AP poll segments are not very long, ever.
Wait. King of the Jungle says, why would KU's backup want to play for OU? He needs to stay at KU for their one season of greatness every 10 to 15
Ooh,
years.
you know what? While we're on the subject of KU, Mike Mangino?
Get it out, Benny.
Come on. Let's bring it over to OU. Just come on over. I know it's been a while since you've been in the game, but we need you back, big guy. And when I say big, I mean large, very large. Okay, I just had a couple of notes on the AP poll. This segment never takes very long, but Ohio State should be number 1. I think Georgia entered number 1. Yeah, they went past Alabama.
Ohio State. Remember when I said last week that I did not put Ohio State number 1? I
still had them
Georgia.
at 1.
I did not. And now after that throwdown this past weekend, I'm like, you know
Michigan State against Sparty. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and put stock into Michigan State because I don't think they're very good. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to put into stock in the Big Ten because the Big Ten is awful this year. Ohio State's good, okay? And I'm not taking shots at OSU fans because Jim Knowles is the defensive coordinator at Ohio State now. They're a good football team, okay? They're not great on defense, But if they get that figured out, oh boy, watch out. Okay, what else say? Michigan's at 5. Yay.
They dropped one.
They dropped out of the top 4 because for the second week in a row now, they've struggled against mediocre competition. They barely beat in. Well, listen, it's 31-10, but it was close for most of the game. That's a. If you didn't watch it, you probably wouldn't have given it any second guesses. Tennessee's up to 6. We touched on that already. Okay. While everyone was talking about Kansas being America's football team, okay, much like everyone talked about Captain America's being for America, okay, that was not my team. That was not my America's team.
No.
Okay? And I know the team that is my America's team didn't play this week, but man, if I didn't at least mention that my Syracuse Orange were up to number 18 in the top 25 with a 5-0 spotless record, I'm just enjoying the butterflies while I still can. Do I think they're going to end up doing anything? Probably not. But you know what? I'm enjoying the ride while I'm here. Much like Kansas fans enjoyed the ride, that 5-0 train, or 4-0. I don't remember. Have they had a bye week yet? Who cares? Who cares? And I don't know. This could be a dark horse for a new America's team. James Madison. Their first season in the FBS, by the way.
Who is that?
James Madison. Are they the Dukes, I believe? OU softball played James Madison in the College World Series. I think it was 2 years ago. They were good. Odyssey something or another was the pitcher's name for them. I remember that.
You forget what school they are because they've never been in that world of college football, like the AP Top 25 world, until they actually get there.
Yep.
Oh, I know that college.
Yep. Hold on. Okay, Kobe, thank you for censoring your words. I appreciate you.
Oh.
That's okay. That's fine. She did the work for us. Blake, do your job.
Blake, you better get on it.
Okay, that's all. That's all I had for AP.
All right.
Transition.
After
party happens every day. Every day we go live. Every day we go every
live.
night.
Every night we go live.
We go live on Instagram. We talk about things that are not sports related. It's a lot of fun. And it's usually just like a ploy for us to tell people who haven't followed us on Twitch yet, hey, go follow us on Twitch.
We're using our social platforms to get more followers on our other social platforms.
Oh, Blake deleted Kobe's message.
Timed out Kobe for 10 seconds.
Oh, our first swing. And it's at Kobe.
Wow. I love the mod command. That's going to be my new thing. I'm going to make Kobe the mod next time.
Kobe, don't worry. We love you still. Okay. This is the segment I usually just toss up to you. Whatever's on Julia's mind during the week.
Not much. Okay. The Shoot Your Shot podcast. Drum roll, Drake.
Oh, ugh. I wasn't ready.
Media dump. And I have changed the word.
What? We're not doing a segment 3?
Oh.
Usually we talk about... I give you a segment to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Remember I told you I really didn't have much going on in my world? You know what? I know what we can talk about.
Just talk.
No.
Just talk.
Elvis Presley boom mic. Yes. Let's talk about Tom Brady. And I know we've touched on him before, and you're probably like, oh, my God, give it a rest. I will not sleep.
Give it a rest,
because
Brenda.
Listen.
She didn't mean to poison the coffee, Brenda. Sorry.
Tom and Giselle are donezo. And I believe it's official. And I know we've touched on this in past lives that, there's some speculation of a divorce. They're living in separate homes. He didn't report to training camp on time, yada, yada, got plastic surgery, whatever.
He said he was retired, and then he went back.
He came back, and then, just a bunch of drama. And you know what? They stayed out of the spotlight, meaning the drama spotlight. Like, I don't think you saw TMZ showing up to Brady's front doorstep like, hey, let me get a pic. Let me get a snap of your life. They were unproblematic.
Hey, boo. What? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Continue.
Gosh, that just took me off guard. Anyway, they're filing for divorce, and it's all centered around the fact...
Oh, no.
No, it matters because Tom Brady, the greatest...
Yeah, you can call him the GOAT. You can call him the GOAT.
Greatest of all time in the NFL. Gisele Bündchen. I don't know if she's actually the highest paid supermodel, but she's up there. And I don't know if she makes more money than Tom. I'm not sure, but we're just going to say that she does. They're donezo. Divorce, capital D, sign the papers, done. And they've stayed out of the spotlight, and they have 3 kids. And it's all centered around the fact that Tom wants to play and Gisele doesn't want him to play because of the risks. He's getting older. She wants him to be around the kids more. All of the things. And someone got the papers. And I'm a little sad about it, but Drake provided me with this great piece of media to show everyone. And I titled it...
You know what I think? You pull it up.
Well,
you know what I think about the whole Tom Brady, Gisele, whatever last name is?
Bündchen.
I'll do you one better.
Okay.
Who cares?
Why?
Who cares?
I care. Because...
Who cares? Not me.
Well, I do, and that's fine. I'll be the majority. But here we have...
Antonio Brown.
It's a children's book. Daddy doesn't live here anymore.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
And it's very... You can see that the man in the yellow shirt going... I guess he's going to work? Who knows?
No, he's leaving.
Oh,
that suitcase, that's his things. He's leaving.
That's his
He's not
things.
gonna go. He's not gonna see mommy anymore.
Oh, well, he's got on eye black, so to indicate...
It's guy liner, okay? It's
Tom
not
Brady.
eye black.
Whoever says guy liner, do you say guy liner?
That's what it is.
Holy cow!
When a
I've
guy
never heard
puts
of
on
that.
eyeliner,
Anyway, but yes,
they probably need to get divorced. Kobe, they are getting divorced. It's happening. It's actually happening.
good suggestion though. But yeah,
Antonio Brown recently seen hanging out with one Kanye West, who also went through a divorce recently. So maybe Tom can
that's
take
not his name anymore.
Tom can take some tips on how to effectively close a divorce with Kanye, because Kanye handled that
That's not his name anymore.
professionally. Oh, what is his name?
He changed his name to Y.E.
Well, YE, okay, really handled that divorce about. He really took the high road.
No, it's
okay?
I think it's Ye or yeah.
Yay.
Is it Yay?
Oh God.
Yay as in what?
Oh my God. I can't do this anymore.
Well, good. You don't have to because we're moving on to the
Yay is his nickname. It's been his nickname forever. He literally has an album entitled Yay. Y.
That just goes to show that I could literally give.
About divorce?
No.
Okay, then why are we caring about Tom and Gisele? Huh? Talk to me. I'm done.
Wow, we have an avid
Look.
Kanye West supporter in here.
Yay. Yay. Thank you, Nathan.
Jesus. Anyway, all right, the video dump.
The dump. We're dumping. We need like a little widget thing.
Oh, I
we
can
need
make
like
that.
a sound for
Hey,
this.
I'll carry it on.
Of
Make
like
that.
of like a toilet flushing. The dump. Ooh, you got some you octoloogie there for a second. I got you. Don't worry.
That's okay. All right. Here's our first one, Drake. Okay.
Oh, I didn't see this one. I like that. You know what? I like that you don't do this with me available. Like I'm not.
It's like Christmas.
It's first reaction.
Yeah. So this is, in fact, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone because I really can't read that. This is it's a stat reading about Iowa, who, if anybody knows anything about college football,
Their offense is horrible.
it's really it's tremendous how
It's
horrible it is.
tricky. Okay, I'm trying to read it right now. Can I read it?
There, I will read it to you.
Okay, right,
ready?
because this is your thing. Okay.
So if I understand right, Iowa just punted from their own 16, recovered a muff at the Illinois 35.
Which, for those of you who don't know,
I didn't know what this was.
yeah. Well, listen, I could say some things about how your mind is always in the gutter, but a muff is when someone mishandles a punt. That's all it is. Have you ever mishandled the punt before? Well,
Yeah.
don't answer that. Okay, continue.
Recovered a muff at the Illinois 35, went 3 plays for -6 yards and punted, forced a fumble and recovered at the 5, went 4 plays for -4 yards, kicked a field goal, all to come out to a 15-play, -10 yard, 76 punt yard field goal drive.
Remember when the state of Iowa used to be respected for football? I mean, I'm talking like 2 years ago. Both teams were ranked highly.
Well, that's what they have to work with right now, and you can see the despair on the coach's face.
How the mighty fall. How the mighty fall.
Great.
All right, what's up next?
So Draymond Green sucker punched his teammate Jordan
Jordan
Poole.
Let me tell you something. At the franchise, I'm gonna be frank with you. We rarely get into like arguments. Like I'm talking like
There was an
guns
argument
blazing.
about this?
We spent 2 whole 30 minutes on this. 2 whole segments.
Why?
I was arguing with Jerry because Jerry's old and his takes are horrible, and I was arguing with him just about like if Draymond is in the right or wrong. Basically, that's what it boiled down to. 2 segments of radio.
So do you know what...
And that's Jerry's show. I mean, he likes to be very like...
So are you saying that you're being bold on the air?
No, I give my opinion. That's my job. And apparently he just disagreed heavily with the opinion.
Yeah, that would be boldness. Do you know what happened? What provoked it?
Yeah, well, let me tell you this. If the only thing that provoked it was Jordan Poole saying words, and Draymond wants to be the big, bad, tough guy of the NBA, that's soft, okay? I don't care if the guy's facing you before you get decked or not, okay? At least he didn't hit him with his back turned. That's soft, okay? And you know what's even softer? The comments he made afterward, I think they said something along the lines of like, I was in a dark place when that happened. Bud, listen, if you're going to tout yourself as being like the tough guy of the NBA, and you go around punching dudes in the face, okay, which is great. That's the argument Jerry was making. If he's going to be the tough guy, that's the things he's got to do. By the way, Jordan Poole is my age. He's like second year in the league. I mean, this dude's like basically a kid. I'm not saying he's a young adult, okay? And if the reason you punch that man is because he's saying some words to you, my guy, do you know who you are in the league? Do you know how much trash you've talked on that court and no one's done a single thing because they've had a level head?
A novel worth?
I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're in a dark place or a light place. That's soft.
No, I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Okay.
And
some people didn't.
No, I agree. And I'm thinking to myself, I first saw this. In fact, I didn't even know this was even out at the time. Because, again, TMZ they were willing to pay $10K for this video to be used to put on their platforms. $10,000 just to get a hold of this video. Can you believe that?
That is cheap compared to, what this is.
No,
Warriors, the Warriors organization is one of the best in the league.
Oh,
okay?
well, right. But
so I'm assuming just like when we're talking about tight lip sealed, like content not getting out there, I was surprised. I was more surprised that Draymond this video got out more than the punch happened.
You know what's insane to me also? I really want to know how bad he looked after this. Because like I said, it wasn't just a punch to the face. It was a sucker punch. Like he drew back and it was so close, the impact.
And let's not dismiss the fact that on the way to that championship that they obtained last year, Jordan Poole played more of a what would I call it, significant role than Draymond ever did. I've said this for years, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Thunder fan and Warriors cut a little deeper or whatever, but you put Draymond on any other team in the league, okay? And I'm talking like mid to bottom level teams, okay? He is not a contributor, okay? Draymond thrives on being the 5th best player on the court at all times. That is what I don't care.
He's the 5th man.
Yeah, I don't care what reputation he's made on the defensive end, okay? You put him on any other team, he is Andre Roberson, okay? That is who he becomes. He is nothing without the Warriors. And a stunt he pulled right there, soft. Okay, sorry.
That's not going to age.
I went on a tangent there because...
we're reaching an hour. We're going to have to go
that's
through
not,
this
that's,
quick.
that's not crazy. We've done that before.
All right. This is my favorite. This is a Florida player. I'm just going to read it if no one can see. He's 6'5", 415 pounds.
Holy crap.
Benches 520 pounds and squats 720 pounds. That is powerlifting type of stats right there. Like experienced powerlifters. And he's just playing football.
This reminds me of like, there's always like, for high school teams, there's always like football players that play basketball. And they usually don't have a very large like stamina tank, but they're like a bruiser basically. I wonder if that's what he is. I don't know if that guy's a starter or not, but he's definitely the guy that will give you 4 or 5, like a good drive, like
Right.
a really good drive at 100%. But he can only play once or twice, like every quarter.
But can you imagine having to be in front of him if you're on
Absolutely,
that O line?
absolutely not.
No, he's on the D. Oh no, he's a defensive lineman. They have the ball.
Kale, please enlighten me. What am I tripping about? Kale's a resident Golden State fan, by
We
the way.
won't. Well, guess what? So am I. All right, we will.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's move
All right.
on before I
Worst
blow a
fake
gasket.
field goal ever. Buffalo's playing Bowling Green, I believe.
Okay.
This was
Buffalo.
awful. Awful. This was
Shout out
awful.
Keon Williams, by the way. Former he's a friend of mine. He plays for Buffalo.
Oh, I have a stat for you as well. Not really a stat, it's a piece of information. Quentin Morris, he had his first career start today with the Bills. Number 85. He went to Bowling Green, was a standout, but that's okay. That's for another day. But yeah. Bowling Green. Yes,
Nice,
we're still
nice.
on this. They tried to fake a field goal. Buffalo took it to the house. And if you look at the very end of that, Buffalo, the two guys running down the sideline, they high five right before they make it to the end zone. We got to watch it again.
Dre is more important than you give him credit. Kale.
Look, high five. Yay, we did it. Woo. Awesome.
Great. That's great. Kale, I said that Draymond thrives at being the 5th best player on a stat Golden State team. That's about as high of a praise as I'll give him, and that's where I'm going to leave it.
All right,
Okay,
Bill
on.
Belichick.
Billy!
Every time the ball is thrown out of bounds, he kicks it.
You know, I'm going to be honest. When I was watching that OU Texas game, I thought of Billy. I really did. You want to know why?
Why?
Because here, let's see if I can get it I was this close to going to my local gas station and buying cigarettes. That's how much pain I was in on Saturday. I was about to smoke a cigarette here live, and I know that would have gotten a lot of people in trouble, including me. But I was this close, and I was just thinking during the whole time, who would I pick if I had to jump off the deep end and smoke a cigarette? Who am I bringing with me? Bill. I'm bringing Bill with me.
That's so nice.
Closely followed by Mike Leach. Next.
So, let me just.
Oh, my boy's dripping.
So
It's the drip.
Kyler Murray showed up to pregame looking like this, and a lot of people in fashion would be like, "All right, I mean that's with the times." Somebody tweeted, in fact, I think it was ESPN. They said that he looks like Hillary Clinton.
I didn't think about it like that. I was just thinking that Kyler spent some V-Bucks. Huh? You don't get that reference, do you?
I don't, but
Shout out the person I hop on the virtual reality games with.
okay.
Woo! He spent V-Bucks. He has money and he spent it. They lost today, by the way.
They did.
To Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Undefeated, by the way. Okay, next up.
So these are the Rockets pregame shots, and it's satire. If you couldn't tell. It's really bad.
Speaking of poverty franchises, you know what? What was it? Did you just go?
No, I'm laughing.
That was a fake laugh if I've ever heard one. But listen,
Yeah.
what ticks me off about I'm not saying this is anything. I mean, that's fine. They can do whatever they want. What ticked me off last season about the Rockets, did you see the video of Jalen Green was in the process of buying a diamond chain on the bench during a game? Rockets are not in a good headspace, and I don't think their coach is very good. I can't think of his name right now, but they're not in a great spot. I know that they've been getting high draft picks, but that staff is not good. Not good at all.
King of the Jungle said Hillary never wore her hair like that. Well,
That's very true.
You are correct.
I can confirm Hillary never had Rose. Okay, let's just clear the air while it's here. He looks like a Powerpuff Girl. We are not going to. Okay, what we're not going to do, Kobe, is trash Powerpuff Girls. Okay, that was a staple rotation in the Cartoon Network triage. Okay,
good.
Along with Ed, Ed and Eddie and Courage the Cowardly Dog. Well, listen, that's fine. Was it next? Is that it?
That's it. That's all I got for the
Wow, guys, we're done. We got to, you know what we got to do? We got to test out the new stuff. The chat works. Okay. Oh, we forgot.
Our follower goal did go back to 31 for some reason. I'm gonna have to.
I think that's how many people followed us. 5 people. Josh, Emma, your dad.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Because 31. That was the default that it kept going to before, but maybe we actually have 31 now.
Well, I'm thinking of 3.
26
Josh,
plus 5.
did I say Josh already?
26 plus 5 is 31.
Yes. Good, Julia. Good. Okay.
Okay, great.
What a great ending. Okay. Outro. The only thing I've written down for the outro is that there is some news, some personal news. Not kind of. I mean, it's not really heavy hitting, but around next month, I believe November 19th was the last time that I got a haircut of last year. Okay. So, for a 1-year celebration, I don't even know if we're going to be back on the 19th. I need to check what day the 19th is on. But we're going to go whatever Sunday is nearest to that, whether it be before or after. I'm getting a haircut on the 19th.
Wait, that's not your new job, right?
No. Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the after party. Come to that, by the way. But yes, I'm getting a haircut soon, and I want to go a little bold. I've had this mop on my head for a year now. It's down to my shoulders, which, by the way, she's going to be straightening my hair on the after party just to see how long it's gotten. Yeah. Come to the after party. We're gonna for suggestions on what Drake's new haircut's gonna be because I'm willing to go.
Kyler Murray's hair.
It's a Saturday, so we can do it on Sunday, the 20th.
Do what?
Oh no, we can't come out. I'll have my new haircut on the 20th. Okay. Sorry, I know that's small details, but I mean, yeah. So, is there anything else you want to say? But come to the after party. By the way, it's on Instagram Live. Is that all?
I think that's all.
Well, plug on the new socials while I'm getting the music ready.
If you haven't heard time and time again.
Time after time.
Time and
I really thought we were...
again. Nope. I was going to sing the words.
We had like 3 people say the 19th is a Saturday. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for that reminder.
Thank you.
If you look below on the screen, you will see some socials that we talk about every single time we go live.
Yep.
Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube is important because the fully edited version of the live goes there.
Of course.
And our Instagrams are fun. It shows our personality. Go follow those if you already are not. And then Twitter, of course. We're going to do better on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll post highlights on Twitter and stuff. So, but just know that the YouTube is important and the TikTok. The TikTok is the most important, as I've been told. So go follow the
most
TikTok.
Important. The TikTok is going to be great. There's going to be edits.
Because listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how to work any of that yet, but oh boy, when I do,
when he does,
it's over.
It's over.
Watch out. It's over. Watch out. Okay. So, follow us on there. And, of course, as with every outro, I guess we should note these are the 5 stages of grief.
Oh, right. We went through these this past weekend.
Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I think Julia is actually probably somewhere in the anger or bargaining stage. Me, I've gone through it all already. Okay, it's over.
I think the anger is still residual, but guess what? There's a whole other week to get over it. But we are
the Shoot Your Shot Podcast.
Shoot Your Shot Podcast.
I'm Drake. That's Julia. Come see us on the after party, and we will see you next week.
We want to show you something.